Hola, happy Sunday. I'm checking in. I know I haven't been on here all week, like daily vlogging. I've been uploading old stuff that I had from my flip cam. So I have to kind of, let's see, what has been going on this last week? Monday, we woke up to, on the news, it's like a murder-suicide. It was strange. A guy and his wife got in an argument. It was in the country, a few miles from here. He ended up out with her by the road. He ended up shooting her. She ended up going in the road. And then a passerby accidentally hit her, but didn't stop because would you stop if there was a guy there with a gun? No. I don't even know if he knew what he hit, because I don't think he really knew what he hit, because it was like early, like 6 a.m. and there wasn't a lot of light. And, apparently then the husband ran in the house and called the cops and said, I just killed my wife, and then he went out back and shot himself and killed himself. Very strange. He was in his 50s, his wife was in his 40s. There were no mention of any kids involved, so I don't know if they had children or not. That day we actually had to go get supplies, and we actually drove down that road later in the afternoon. The cops and everything were all gone, but the news people were still out there kind of talking to neighbors and stuff. So, I don't understand what you could be in such a big argument at 6 o'clock in the morning that would cause you to shoot your wife. It's just strange. But strange things happen. So we went and got supplies on Monday. What other highlights were there this week? Thursday, I took my dad and my grandma and our neighbor Lois, and we went in my van to Shipshewana, and we went to the bakery. We had to get donuts for the guy who owns where I got my van from. Dad called and said, we're going, do you want some? And he's like, oh yeah, this time get me a dozen and a half, because last time we only got him half a dozen. He wanted more this time. I think he's addicted. And then I didn't go in the bakery. We pulled in and there were 2 charter buses in the parking lot, and I'm like, it is going to be crazy inside. I will wait here. And Dad said, yeah, it was crazy inside. I know Grandma got some cookies, and Lois got some cookies, and Dad got some donuts. And then we went to Yoder's Market. Yoder's department store, I think that's what it's called. I haven't been in there since I was a kid, when it was like a grocery store slash department store. Now it's just like one side is they have like shoes and clothes, and the one whole back end is like all material and yarns and notions, you know, stuff for that kind of stuff. And then on the other side of the building there was a restaurant in front where we stopped and had lunch, and then behind that was like a hardware store. You could all kinds of kitchen gadgets and any kind of like paints, and just they had all kinds of stuff in there. So cruised around in there for a while. I didn't buy anything in there. I found Dad, like between the 2 sides is like what do I want to call it? Like a walkway. They have like rocking chairs and benches, and mostly you see guys sitting there waiting for their wives to get done shopping. Well, I found Dad out there sitting by another a gentleman who was another Navy guy, and they were sitting there swapping Navy stories. He, the guy Dad sat with was on the USS Enterprise, and so they were just chit-chatting. And the guy's like, I like your scooter. I'm like, thank you. He goes, thinking about getting one of those for my wife. And I told him the website I got it from, and I could have bought it locally, my scooter, from a local shop, but it would have cost like $600 more. The place I bought it online for was the cheapest place I could find it. So I told him the website, Spin Life. I think that's what's called, Spin Life. So after we left there, we went across the way down to the E&S bulk food store. That was fun. I could have spent a lot more time there just looking around at different things, and I didn't even go down all the aisles. I just bought a couple little things there. I got these, they're the sour apple rings. This container was like 50 cents. They had them 2 for $1. I just wanted 1 container. I usually get like 4 of them out, and I'll sit here and chew on them when I'm doing stuff online. A little snack. I like chewies. I like gummies. Certain ones. And they have all kinds of stuff in there. I bought those. Just a couple little odds and ends. And then outside I bought a big honking head of cauliflower. The thing was huge. And 2 zucchini and 2 yellow squash, and it was like $5. I cleaned the cauliflower when I got home because Dad has dill dip that Peggy got him, and Dad loves dill dip with cauliflower. He loves it. So he has plenty of it. Yesterday I steamed some for him and I put cheese on it for dinner last night. And then we left there. Well, me and Lois went over to this one area and looked at all these chairs and things that they had outside. And we went back and piled back in the van and went down to the meat market. I didn't go in there. Dad, we'd ordered 25 pounds of hamburger. And we had to pick that up. And Lois and Grandma went in and looked, bought a couple things. I don't think Grandma bought anything in there, but Lois got a couple things. And we came home. We had a really nice day. They were so glad I asked them to go. It is kind of sad being in a vehicle. It's fun, and when they all start reminiscing about all of them have lost their spouses. So, and Lois being the most recent, Tom passed away last year. She still hasn't gotten rid of anything of his, which I can understand. It took me and Dad 4 years to finally, we cleaned out the closets quickly after Mom passed away, but it all got boxed up and put in the garage where it sat for 4 years. So it took us a long time to finally just get rid of all her clothes and things. I know it took Grandma a while, and Lois has to go on her own time. You know, because Lois lost her husband, and then 4 months later, almost to the day, she lost her son. Both the same disease, both the Huntington's disease. And she's still trying to get used to being by herself. And she doesn't like to cook anymore. So, and her and Grandma are very much alike in the fact that they eat like birds and they don't want to cook, and why buy groceries when you're the only one there. And so she lives on a lot of like cereal and toast. So yeah. But it was a nice day. And then what else has been going on? That was Thursday. Friday we went out. Oh, I had to go take Ronnie something, and I met 2 of our new employees that we have that I hadn't met yet. Because we pulled in, I called him, I said, where are you at? You want me to meet you at the shop, or where are you? He goes, meet me at King's Landing, which is this little convenience store out in farm country. A lot of the farmers go there. So I pulled in the parking lot, and in pulls Ron's car. Dad's like, that's Ronnie's car. I'm like, because I don't really know what Ronnie's car looks like. I'm used to him seeing him in the pumper trucks. But it wasn't Ronnie driving, it was a white guy and a black guy. I said, hey, are you waiting for Ron? They're like, yeah. I said, I'm the other owner. They come over and shook my hand and introduced themselves. One name's Glenn and one name's John. I said, I'm the one who writes out your paychecks. And so it was nice to meet them, put a face to a name. And then Ron showed up and he went and had a little powwow with the guys, what he wanted to do. And then we took Ron with us because John was going to take the car, and then Glenn was going to get in the truck and finish a route. And I took Ron to the U-Haul place because he was renting a U-Haul to go move his daughter's moving from one apartment to another apartment where she goes to college. So she's going to an apartment that she shares with like 4 or 5 girls, and then her and her roommate that share a place in that apartment are getting just a apartment themselves. So that's what they're doing now, moving. We went and did a little Meijer shopping that day. Yesterday I didn't do, just some work. Got a deposit ready tomorrow. Got to go to the bank tomorrow. Got to go to the post office tomorrow. Got to pay a bill at the doctor's office tomorrow. Got to pick up a prescription. I might wait and pay my doctor bill when I go. I have to go get another blood draw on the 23rd, so I'll probably wait and do that then. It's only like for $11. I'm sure they'll be fine until the 23rd. Dad just left to go buy a hose for the front. He hooked one up and it was all leaky, so he threw the old one away and he's buying a new one. Him and the dog took off. I could have had him pick up my prescription while he was out, but I'll just do that tomorrow. Yeah, today I got up, took a shower. My hair's all still a little wet actually. Made us some lunch. I cut up him and I a big salad. And he had a sandwich and I had a couple of chicken strips that were left over from my dinner last night. And tried to share my chicken strips with Heidi, but she kept turning them down. Like, I don't want it. I tried 3 times. I'm like, are you sure it's chicken? Chicken's one of your favorites. She's like, she snubbed her nose at it, so I'm like, okay, fine. Be that way. Heidi's a weird little dog. I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. It is now, what time is it? It's 2:30? It's 2:30. It's not going to rain today, hopefully. I know rain's coming tomorrow. And then cool weather, we might work in the garage. I need to call my cousin in the morning and see if he'll bring up that trailer to put outside of our garage so we can throw crap in it. That came in so handy last time we did cleaning. Because there's a couple like old broken chairs and just stuff that we need to get out of the way. We have a lot of rearranging to do in that garage. Figuring out what we're going to do with some things, and we need to have a sale, people, badly. I know I say it. I figure if I say it enough, we'll do it. Alright, I'm going to roll. It's almost 12 minutes, but this is like, we'll call it like a 2-minute video for every day of the week. So, I'm going to roll. Bye. If I can hit the button.